Hi everyone, it's me. I'm here to tell you guys my newest challenge for myself that I really want to accomplish, which is losing 20 pounds within the next 12 weeks. Yesterday I stepped on the scale for the first time in a really long time, and I didn't like what I saw. I know that the number on the scale represents so much more than just, what you see. But I just want to give you guys a quick background of like where I started with my fitness journey and my weight loss journey, so you guys kind of get where I'm coming from as far as losing 20 pounds. When I first started my fitness journey, weight loss journey, health journey, whatever you want to call it, I was about 160 pounds, 165, somewhere in between those two numbers. It was like 2013. I was going through a pretty nasty breakup, and I just didn't know where I wanted to go with my life. I kind of took to like eating a lot of unhealthy stuff, drinking like bad, and also maxing out my credit cards on like retail therapy. And one day I was looking through pictures. I had just came back from my sorority's formal, and I was looking at pictures of me, and while people said that I looked nice and everything, and I looked nice thick, I looked at the pictures of myself and I really didn't like what I saw, because I feel like if I was being healthy and I wasn't going through what I was going through, I'd be a little more okay with how I looked. But I knew that I gained the weight, and I looked sloppy to me, and I just knew that I needed to make a change. I had enough. I restarted my membership at Planet Fitness and went from there. I made up some meal plans. I started working out, and it really started more to have like that revenge body. You girls, you guys know what I'm talking about, and guys too. When you go through a breakup and everything, you just kind of want to look your best, mainly so the person can feel some type of way. It started that way, and then after only like a couple weeks, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks, I really started to like fall in love with like working out and meal prepping and just being healthy. Slowly but surely it became my lifestyle. I loved it. Long story short, after about 7 months, I lost 30 pounds, a little over 30 pounds. By the end of December of 2013, I was about 130 pounds, which I hadn't seen that number since high school. So I was really proud of myself, I know it could have been a lot faster, but I did it all on my own. That's why I was really proud. I didn't use any trainers. I just kind of watched YouTube videos and figured out what worked for me and what didn't work for me. I know it could have been a lot faster, but because I was able to do it on my own, I finally made the decision to enter my first bikini competition. It was always a goal of mine. Fast forward to yesterday, I stepped on the scale, and well, oh my god, no way. Oh my god. That's what I saw. I was so unhappy, you guys, because I gained all this weight back, and while I don't look nearly as, like, I guess you could say bad as I did before in my eyes. A lot of what that number represents does represent muscle, because I do weight lift, but I know a lot of it had to do with how I've been eating lately. I was able to maintain like 130. The lowest I was able to get to, it was about 127, but the highest was about 135. So I was able to maintain that all the way up until I was out of work for a few months. Went back to work August of last year, 2016, and since then to now, end of February 2017, I have gained back, as you can see, 20 pounds, a little over 20 pounds. And I'm really unhappy with that, because I know how I've been eating and the fact that I haven't been working out as often as I know that I should, which is what makes me happy. I can put a lot of the blame on just being too busy or whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, I know what I'm supposed to eat. I know how I should be working out in order to maintain what I want to maintain, and I wasn't doing that, and again, I've had enough. Like, for example, I'll have a week where I have like 3 cheat days, not 3 cheat meals, but 3 cheat days within that week. Like, that's ridiculous to me. And not only that, but sometimes I'll go a week and only work out once. Just I can't do that anymore. My goal is to get back down to 130, preferably 125, just to like actually get to another number that I haven't seen in a long time, but to at least get back to 130 in 12 weeks, learn how to speak, Imani, by Memorial Day. If I'm able to get down to that weight, I am scared. I am going to enter a bikini competition by the end of this year, at the latest the beginning of next year, 2018. Not to mention I'm going to Puerto Rico for Memorial Day, so that's kind of my push, because I just want like my body to be real tight by then, so I can be in the bikini like, yes. And everybody has the number that they like to see themselves at, and 130 is just my number. I know how happy I was at 130, not just because of like the number or how I look, but also how I felt. You know, I don't feel right. How do I plan on getting down to 130 in only 12 weeks? I'm really just going to do exactly what I did the first time I lost weight, but this time I'm a little more knowledgeable on how to get there, and I know how to get there a little faster. I know what supplements work for me this time around. I know what like foods work with my body and what doesn't. It's really just about my own discipline. So how I'm going to do it is, first and foremost, change up my eating habits. That's the worst thing that's happened since last August. I've already written out my meal plan, and the most important part of this is to stick to my meal plan. You know, what's the saying? Fail to plan, plan to fail. So before I even like start a new week or go grocery shopping, I'm gonna write out everything that I'm going to eat for like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my snacks for the day as well, so that when I go grocery shopping, I know exactly what to get and I know exactly what to eat. You know, it's hard to fail that way. Also making sure that I'm not too lazy, and that on Saturdays or Sundays, preferably Saturdays, to give me a little more time, I will meal prep, and that way all I gotta do is grab and go. Stay on top of grocery shopping. I'm terrible. I like to go to a grocery store called Aldi, and it's a little further away from me, so I get a little lazy to go grocery shopping, because I just don't feel like going so far, but it is cheaper than my local grocery store. I save like almost $50+ going to Aldi. So it's really just about not being lazy and making sure that I stick to grocery shopping every 2 weeks. I'll also be eating less carbs. The carbs that I will be eating will be whole grain, and it's really only going to be every now and then either whole grain bread or oatmeal for the most part. I am sticking to a calorie counter. I'm trying not to go over 1,600 calories per day, just so I'm making sure that I'm eating, because it's important to eat when you're losing weight. You shouldn't stop eating or limit too much of your calorie intake. But I also don't want to go too up there. Usually I think I'd eat about 2,000 calories while I was maintaining, but since I'm trying to lose, you know, I definitely want to drop it just a little bit. In order to keep up with how many calories I'll be eating, I'm going to use a fitness tracker, MyFitnessPal, which I really like. It's really simple to use. You can just enter how much you're eating for the day, what you're eating. You can even scan the items in, and it'll put all the calories in for you. You can put in how many calories you've burned, and it can let you know where you are throughout the day. I am going to stick to one cheat day per week, but even so, I don't plan on going super hard. Like, I think my cheat meals is just going to be like pizza or a burger, something light but makes me feel a little better, because I'm getting more than, you know, like the healthy stuff. Second, I plan on drinking a gallon of water a day. I actually have my gallon today. It is almost 2 o'clock and I am a little over halfway done. So I plan on drinking a gallon of water a day. With that, I don't plan on drinking any soda. I'll only have an iced tea, my Arizona iced tea, which is my favorite, once a week, and no alcohol, except for my birthday. I do plan on just having a couple drinks, nothing crazy for my birthday, which is in March. Other than that, that's it. Just a gallon of water a day. And the reason I do a gallon of water a day is because in the past, when I've done that, I've noticed that my body is just so tight, and it also helps with like my swelling and stuff. I swell really, really bad if I don't drink enough water for the day. And of course, I'm gonna work out. I don't want to lose my muscle. It's really hard when you're trying to lose, I'm mostly trying to lose body fat, and it's hard to lose weight without losing a little bit of muscle, but I'm going to do my best to gain muscle while losing weight. It's a lot easier said than done. So I do plan on sticking to low cardio, maybe like 10 minutes of cardio when I go, and the rest of the time I usually stay at the gym for about an hour doing heavy weightlifting. I also plan on working out until failure, doing my reps until failure, meaning literally until I can't do not even one more, and trying to go heavy with the weights. Muscle burns fat even when you're not working out. A pound of fat looks so much leaner than a pound of muscle. So if you lose a pound of fat, gain a pound of muscle, you'll look a lot thinner, even though the scale might not say that. And I also will absolutely go to the gym 3 times a week for sure, but I am going to aim for 4 to 5 for days that I would really like to go, and if I have the time and a babysitter. And really, last but not least, I'm going to be very faithful, religious to my supplements. Like I said, I've gone through a lot of different things in the past. I know what works for my body and what doesn't. So I am going to be switching back and forth between 2 of my favorite brands. The first one is NLA for Her, which has a whole bunch of different weight loss and like fitness products, as well as my brand, which is I'm a distributor for Total Life Changes. So with the NLA for Her, I'm going to be supplementing 1 meal a day with their protein powder, their whey protein, which tastes really, really good. I'm probably going to do either lunch or dinner, and usually if I'm trying to maintain, I'll just drink it for a snack, but because I'm trying to lose, I'm going to drink it as like an actual meal. I'm going to be using my product, Total Life Changes, the ISO tea, at least once or twice a month, which helps me with my bloat, also helps me, along with the water, helps me with my swelling, and just kind of keeps the unwanted water weight away. I'm going to be taking my vitamins. It's also one of my products, NutriBurst, which is a liquid multivitamin. I love it. I haven't felt as great since before I had AJ, since taking those. So they have like all the vitamins and minerals you need for the day, and it's in liquid form, so you don't have to swallow a big pill. And last, I'm going to be using a fat burner. I'm going to be switching between both NLA and Total Life Changes. So for NLA, I'm going to be using, it's called Shred Her. While I was first losing the weight, it was the best fat burner that I used at the time. And then I'm going to be using Total Life Changes fat burner, which is the NRG, which also doubles up as a pre-workout. Other than Shred Her, it's like the best fat burner that I've ever tried. So with my body, I can't stay on one thing for too long. I have to switch back and forth, giving myself a few days in between before I take the next thing. During this time, I'm going to start with the Shred Her, NLA for Her, and then I'm going to use my product, the NRG by Total Life Changes. And that's pretty much it. So again, my goal, 20 pounds, 12 weeks. I know I can do it. I'm going to keep you guys updated. Make sure you follow me. I'm going to post all my links to my social media. I can't speak right now. Below. Make sure you follow me. I try to post at least once or twice a day. If you want to join me on this challenge, definitely just comment below. We can help each other out. I'll also put the links below for the supplements that I'll be using. Just a disclaimer, I am, like I said, a distributor for Total Life Changes. I'm not trying to get anybody to buy. They do have great products, so if you're interested, I can definitely answer any questions for you, and I'll post the link down below. As well for NLA for Her, I'm not a distributor, I'm not connected with the company, but I do love their products, and it's worked for me, so I just want to share that with you guys as well. So if you have any questions, please let me know, comment below. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!